what is a traffic conviction for Oklahoma commercial drivers? I'm also Attorney James Worth, and that is the question that we have. So if you are a commercial driver, you have a CDL, the rules for you are different than for regular drivers out there, and certain words may have different meanings under the law because you're a CDL driver, have a CDL, and the rules apply differently, and they may not have their meaning that you would expect them to have. So the question here is, what is the definition of a traffic conviction if you're a commercial driver? And normally a conviction would mean you go to court and you are convicted and you have documentation in the court record that says you're convicted. But no, if you're a commercial driver, the definition is expanded. And it's expanded under Oklahoma statute. Also, those are related to federal law. There's a lot of federal laws, obviously, regarding commercial driving, and that's where a lot of this comes from. But for the purposes of this video, the definition that we're looking at is from state law. And it is Title 47, Section 6-205.1. And it says, as used in this section, conviction means a non-vacated adjudication of guilt. So that's our typical understanding of conviction, is you're found guilty. But it also includes a non-vacated forfeiture of bail. That means if you bail out on a matter and you miss court and that bail is forfeited, even though there's been no adjudication, no finding of guilt, and you're still presumed innocent, under the law regulating commercial drivers, that is determined to be a conviction. Also, a plea of guilty or no contest accepted by the court. All right, so a plea of guilty, normally that results in a conviction. However, under some circumstances, a plea of guilty or no contest does not result in a conviction. Under normal terms, you could get a deferred sentence where you plead guilty or no contest. The court defers a finding of guilt. So you're not found guilty, you're not convicted, and sets that sentencing off for a period of time where you get to jump through some hoops and then it can be dismissed and expunged. That's a typical deferred sentence. But the way that they define conviction here, where it is entering a plea of guilty or no contest accepted by the court, even without a finding of guilt, even without a conviction, this is a conviction if you're a commercial driver and we're talking about a traffic offense. Lastly, a violation of a condition of release without bail, regardless of whether or not the penalty is rebated, suspended, or probated. So if you are on a release and you violate the condition of that release, they're going to call that a conviction, even though, like we said in the other ones, you have not been adjudicated, there's been no hearing, there's been no finding of guilt, and technically you're still presumed innocent. As it comes to regulating commercial drivers, you have been convicted as it relates to that regulation. All right, so that is the definition of conviction if you're a commercial driver. If you've got questions regarding this, you're going to talk to an attorney about your specific circumstances. To get that scheduled with an attorney at my office, you can go online to makelawEasy.com.